Hello, fluff potatoes. We are back, maybe ready to go. We're working on being ready to go. We'll get there. But how is everybody? Did it go live right? Okay. Sorry, one of the bots doesn't seem to be hanging out with us today. I'm confused, but we'll figure it out. But alrighty, let's see what we got. Anything else I need to do? Okay. So I did change how the ads are working. I'm hoping this will be a little bit better. Basically, it's the same amount of ad time, but it's split into 2 sections instead of 3, with the goal of, hey Logie, how's it going? But yeah, the goal is basically to keep pre-roll off with the least amount of disturbances. I was thinking that would be an hour, but actually adding in 30 more seconds to it and not disturbing people for like twice instead of 3 times, I think might be a little bit better. Ideally, I'd like to just do 3 minutes and then go to the bathroom during that 3 minutes, but Twitch says no, so alas. Hello, Marshmallow! How are you? So, I do want to warn everybody, this game, we are going back into Annihilation route. If you do not know what that means, or you're not familiar with Somnium files, Annihilation route here, I can go ahead and switch over actually, is kinda gruesome. We're gonna see some eyeballs being ripped out of sockets. Absolutely love this game, by the way. This is an amazing game. I stand this game. I am super excited for the sequel coming out tomorrow. Actually, I don't get to play it tomorrow, but it comes out tomorrow. But I do like giving the heads up when we're particularly on Annihilation route because it gets a little gruesome at points. So, with that said, okay, good, we do have sound. We are gonna jump in. We might be finishing the game. We might not be. We'll find out. Also, grab your plushies. We're gonna need them. It is definitely plushie day. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry, and we're gonna be very squeamish. Yep. Glad to help. Okay, hold on. Before we do this, I am gonna go over, I did this last stream, and I think that this was helpful for both me and everybody in chat to kind of trace the routes, because we're dealing with 2 different routes with 2 completely different timelines, basically. So, Annihilation route, which is where we're gonna be going. Or actually, no, let's do Perfect Ending route, which is where we left off of. So, we started the game with Mizuki. Mizuki on Perfect route, we did not hear her aphonia. So, Hitomi is the one that had to help her with that. We did Somnium. And with Iris, when she was saying she was being kidnapped by, or being threatened by a secret organization, we did not believe her. Which led to her running away, and we're trying to find her. That is mostly what we did yesterday, with Hitomi saying she knows where she's at, what's happened, and us going into Hitomi's Somnium, where we find out about Monica, Iris's mother, being murdered and such. From there, we went into a abandoned chemical plant where we saw Renju dead and were basically knocked unconscious by number 89. And then it locked, saying go away. So now, we are going to jump back up here to the more complicated Annihilation route. So with Annihilation route, we did heal Mizuki's aphonia, and then Renju died, because it's just not a happy day, or a happy month for Mizuki at all in this timeline. The one that is most suspicious in this timeline is Iris. However, while we're interrogating Iris, we went one of the paths, the more brutal path basically, and saw a bunch of strangulation with Date's mirror, or reflection in the mirror showing up at the end of Iris's Somnium. Hello, Sky. We're just checking back over the routes real quick before we jump right in. So after Date, so from there, with his, we're sussing Iris, we go to drop her off, and we find out that, Iris and Oda get murdered, sawed in half, to be precise. And then we find out So is also murdered by getting cut up into basically mincemeat and thrown in a vase. Then we see Boss is the one that did it. So, at this point, what's going on with Boss? That is our first question of the day. So, let's see. Also, I just noticed I spelled Nirvana wrong on the Go In Live tweet. Oops. Tuesday, day 5, Genai. Police headquarters, Tuesday, 12:19 a.m.
Guys.
Sosajima. Why? Why? Boss? What's going on here? Why did Boss kill So?
We'll see here. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be nothing, but we are doing at least a cursory check. Just to make sure. How is it going, Sky? Forget if I asked that. Da-da-da. Electronic doors, chair. I don't think I'm gonna be getting my copy early, which makes me sad. That is definitely a thing. I don't know why Date is just not interested in having a bunch of silly conversations right now. Where is all his snark and charm? Oh, it's gone. It's Annihilation route. We don't get to have fun anymore. It's all serious businesses now. But yes, ableism is built into... I mean, there's a lot of books on it. I don't... How do I put it? I feel like I'm gonna completely dissolve into academic jargon if I even approach that subject. But yes, it is very much a thing ingrained into society. It's the coffee maker. Yeah. There we go. Anything else? Pumpkin. Alright, that should be about everything. Everybody does. Everybody, like... Nobody doesn't err, I think is the best way to put it. Everybody has blind spots. The important part isn't that you, like, screw up. Everybody's gonna screw up at the end of the day. It's what do you do when you do screw up, and how do you learn from that? It's kind of like we were talking about, I think it was Sunday, a bit ago, where with the pronouns, where it's like, yes, everybody is gonna screw up somebody's pronouns. And it's not a malicious thing, it's just it happens. But when it happens, the important part is to not deflect and not yell at them or try to mask your embarrassment, but just be like, yeah, I screwed up. I'm very sorry about that. I will try to make sure it doesn't happen again. So I think that's the big thing a lot of people miss, is the element of just flexibility and, you know. I can see Iva. Okay.
Shoko was killed around 5 p.m. Friday. What was Boss doing at that time?
Unknown.
Renju? It's gonna be unknown for all of them. I bet you.
What about Saturday, 8 p.m.?
The time Renju was killed? Similarly unknown.
Mm-hmm. Iris and Oda?
Iris and Ota were killed at different times. I was watching the stream on the call with Boss.
Only the first few minutes. The polar bear had not yet appeared on stream. It is possible that she made the call from somewhere off camera.
Where was Boss's phone at the time? Check her cell records.
She did not call from a mobile phone. She used a PC. Using a VPN service, she could have accessed her Abyss PC from the warehouse and made the call.
Boss is the new Cyclops killer? Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, So. Boss killed them all?
The evidence makes that a likely possibility. So also had his left eye removed. Identical to Shoko, Renju, and Iris.
It's time.
Date, I know where the boss is. I have picked up her GPS.
Where?
She is now at the Sagan residence. Somewhere inside Hitomi's house.
What?
I think we need to go. Quickly. Kinda quickly. Sagan Residence, Tuesday, 1:03 p.m. or a.m. Again, when does Date sleep? I drew my gun from its holster and barged into the house.
Hitomi! Hitomi!
I called for her, but there was no reply. I didn't see Boss either.
Iva, call Boss's phone.
On it.
Server?
It's not coming from outside. The phone is somewhere in this room.
I actually don't know this one off the top of my head. Uh-oh. I feel like it's gonna, like, reach out and bite me. It's so close.
No, that's not the right phone.
I know, I know.
That is very, very common. It wasn't for migraines. I did not really have them yet. But I had a similar thing where I was... There it is. Bag of flour.
The boss's phone.
Oh shit.
Kaname Date, you are under arrest for murder.
What the hell?
Drop your weapon. Comply!
Boss.
But yeah, I had similar things. It's very, very common. And it is something that our compassion. Yeah, that's very common. Compassion, even if you have a visible disability, visible or invisible, they have different types of stigmatism. So if you have an invisible disability, it's like considered, oh, okay, you're faking it, you're wanting attention, you're wanting to be lazy, something like that. If you have a visible one, you're an inconvenience. So it's a very, very common thing. It's something I do think that we're getting generally better about as a society and recognizing, but we're not there yet. And we have a very long ways to go. But I do think there has been steady improvements in it over time. And a lot of it has to do with teaching compassion and teaching awareness, I feel, personally.
I didn't kill anyone. Please believe me.
They are not listening to you.
Nope.
Boss is the culprit. That woman right there is the new Cyclops killer. She's tricking you.
They are well trained. They did not even flinch.
I mean, I don't...
Please, lower your weapons. You drop your guns, I'll drop mine.
Date, do you really think these officers will listen to you?
We gotta try.
But what choice do I have?
They want to make us into mincemeat. Alright, come on. Let's go for it.
I could ask you the same thing. You killed Shoko Nadami, didn't you?
That's ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Don't lie. Are you kidding me?
You're the new Cyclops killer.
What? Why do you think that?
You put a gun to So's head and pulled the trigger. I saw it with my own eye.
Shut up! Shut up! Stop lying! I don't know. She was gone when I got here.
Why did you come here?
Why would I tell you?
Alright. We go
This is
for it.
going nowhere.
Are you going to fight?
I have no choice.
I recommend against it. You have zero chance of winning a firefight.
Well then, what can I do?
Let me think.
Go, I have a go. Go, I have a go. We haven't had one of these in a very long time.
Date, what is that on the kitchen table? Could it be your favorite thing?
What?
The magazine.
You want me to look at a magazine now?
Just look!
It can't be. This is the stuff of legends. Only the most diehard fans have ever laid eyes on it.
Oh, Iva. Oops. It took me too long to find why. I'm gonna...
You're coming with us!
Damn!
It's over.
Yes.
Date, what is...
Jeez.
Whoa! Limited edition!
What?
Date, load Evolver with firebomb bullets. Shoot at the cloud.
Why?
Just do
Just
it.
do as I say, and fast.
It's such a cool gun. Up CR. Okay. Oh, my neck. Hello, Succubus. Abyss, of course, yeah.
She is probably just unconscious. Her right shoulder and left leg suffered damage, but she will live.
A dust explosion, huh? Good thinking.
Thank you.
But you could have just had me throw the bag of flour.
That would have been too slow. To improve your reaction time, I had to improvise.
Mm-hmm.
Iba doesn't believe it.
Anyway, let's have a look.
It's a cooking magazine, Date.
Hey, this is just a cooking magazine.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I think compassion is something we learn generally multiple ways through our life and multiple times and stages. Like every time you encounter someone different, you have a chance to practice compassion. It's very much so a practice. Like you're not going to get it right the first time, and you're probably not going to get it right the third time, but you get better each time if you're willing and open to it. Alright, police headquarters, Tuesday, 2:31 a.m. Getting near the
Boss
time.
is still unconscious. However, her brainwaves are stable. Syncing with her shouldn't be an issue.
Date, talking to her would be pointless. You do know that, don't you?
I decided to sync with her. Asking questions would be wasting time. Besides, even if she was awake, I can't imagine she'd take kindly to an interrogation. Hitomi still hasn't been found. I have a bad feeling about this, but there's a good chance that Boss knows where she is. How would I get that information? Getting into her head would definitely be the quickest way. That's why I brought her here. Boss is lying on the sync subject's chair. The sinker's chair. The person sitting here does the syncing. Alright, what do you actually want me to look at? Pewter? Yeah, probably pewter, actually.
Because I know that the boss is my enemy. I got the video from Iba. I processed it and found that it showed no sign of tampering or editing. Which means there can be no mistake. The boss shot and killed So Sejima
Which means she killed Renju, is what I was
after
thinking.
pulling out his left eye. That makes the odds of her being the culprit behind the other murders very high. Or maybe she had accomplices. Either way, she's a criminal. That's why I am cooperating with you, Special Agent Date. I want it as bad as you do. The truth.
Yep, he does. Because of Renju.
I had him put back behind bars.
In Fuchu prison.
That's right. I couldn't keep him here.
Which is a huge difference. I honestly wasn't that kind. I was kind of really condescending and didn't really want to interact with them at all. But like, I admit that. I think that's an important part of growth as well, is just acknowledging, hey, you know?
She has broken her right shoulder, as well as the fibula of her left leg. But her brain is perfectly healthy.
Yay!
You can sync with her.
Let's go. Alright.
Pewter, are the preparations done?
Ready anytime.
Let's get started.
Date.
I know. 6-minute time limit. I'll be back before time's up.
Well then, let's begin.
Alright. So with this Somnium, this is the one I was dreading all game. It is hard. It is by far the hardest winnable Somnium in the game. It is very, very precise. This is the one I will be using a guide on from the start, because otherwise we will be here repeating literally the entire thing over and over again, because screwing up at all is very punishing for like the entire stream. In the effort of time and in the effort of, it's not like it's my first time doing it. So you're not even gonna get like the figuring out puzzle joy. We're just going to read a guide and go along.
Time to loosen up.
Do you always have to come in like that?
It is of the utmost importance.
At a time like this?
Times like this are perfect. Anyway, it appears to be an abandoned factory of some kind.
Ah, I've seen this
Must be
before.
hiding here.
This thing's also super confusing.
Somnium scan, activate!
I but doing the bench pressing I should be doing. Just lift that met can for 10 thing barrel. Sinking in the refrain, open the door to Boss's truth. Boss is hiding something, revealed the truth of the new Cyclops serial killings. Also, we get great music. We pick up on second time. Yeah, this is also the one that taught me how to use timies. Because if you don't use timies...
A rusted metal door.
So just as a heads up, we don't open the door. Like, just if anyone's curious, no door openings. Right. I don't like how this is structured, actually.
A rusted metal door.
Oh, okay, it is there. Let's try to get some timies real quick.
It is faint, but I hear the sound of meat being pierced.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Does that get me a timey? Okay, I was hoping. Is there anything else I can interact with at this point? Door 0 I can't do anything with. Door 1 is there. Door A, can I reach door A? I can. I can't reach ladder. I can't reach floor. Yeah, I think I just, at this point, need to eat the time. We'll see.
A rusted metal.
Break the lock with the pick.
Break the lock with that.
Roger.
Where
I
have we
will
seen
try.
an ice pick before, everyone?
It worked!
All right, open it.
Hey, look! We found Shoko's murderer!
Several keys have fallen.
One of them must be the right one.
I do not have time to try all of them.
Hopefully there's some kind of sign.
Indeed.
Iba is, like a dedicated processing facility. Like, she definitely has her own personality and is her own person. Alright, so this is saying to burn.
It's a key.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Why does it say open door A? I'm gonna trust this even though that's not how I would do that. It's door 0. Where is door A at again? Right here.
A door that looks like the anywhere door.
Okay, because I guess we have to hit that anyway.
Hmm? It appears to be locked.
Alright, that gave us a
Agent
1-6.
Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Yes, I know, Pewter. It's a blast.
It's a key.
Pick up.
The ice pick is next to this key. It appears to be correct.
That's what I said.
The tag is labeled A.
I was right. Give me some credit.
That must mean you can use this key for something labeled A.
Something.
Come on.
Hmm. Good job, Sky. I hope you enjoy your cereal then.
A door that looks like the anywhere door.
Open.
Perhaps we can use the key I just picked up.
Yeah, try that.
It opened.
So there's 25 steps to this.
Isn't this the 3rd floor? What is going on here?
I might be
Looks like the
talking a little
floors are
bit
connected
less during this
in a
one. I
weird
do
way.
apologize during that.
Quite the troublesome dream.
This Somnium, even reading the guide, it's still taking a bit. So, it's also just kind of creepy and unnerving. Not gonna lie. Like, I prefer being in this place in person. Open door B. Like when they have you actually in this in the game, rather than the Somnium. The Somnium with the colors are just like, eh. Where's door B at? Okay. How do I get to B then? Maybe I can do it? Okay, yeah, there's door B.
A door with B written on it. It does not appear to be locked.
This one's kind of, it's just a very weird.
This is the second floor, but it is clearly not the door I just opened.
It's like a maze. I have to remember what door goes where.
Yeah. It has a pattern to it, so that part isn't terrible
Door C.
in terms of what it's saying with like
It doesn't appear to be locked.
like
Oh, we're on the second floor again.
it's hard to describe.
We leave
this,
the second floor and
this
come right
nightmare.
back to it? This is confusing.
Alright, we have a ×5. Now we need to go to door E. Is door E? Door E is definitely not right there. That's D. We do not touch D right now. We touch... This is E. Wait. Hold on. Where's normal E? On the other side. I think that might be a typo
Door
then.
E prime.
Is that a typo? I really want to find out right now, though. Is there something to burn this
An oil
timey
drum
on?
hung with wire.
Yeah, just investigate it.
Following the wire. It seems to be connected to the shelf.
That looks intentional. Like a trap. Guess we have to try.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
Oh, there's E. I burned it unnecessarily.
Door E.
What's that? Push the steel drum. So yeah, I did waste a few seconds there. That might actually cause a game over. Like, that's how tight this thing is you don't ever press the wrong button. Or like, it's very limited with what
An
you can do.
oil drum hung with wire.
Push. Hey, look, we opened the bookcase. Go us.
Oh,
Guess you should check that door.
Alright. Now we need to open door 2.
a rusted metal door.
So, you don't really get, like, I like how it pretends like it's giving you a choice here. You don't get a choice. You're gonna use that one.
It does not appear to be locked.
Hey, look, it's our next person.
This again.
So we can't just grab one. We have to be careful.
Yep. That is correct. Open the second door. Alrighty, now we need to pick up 2 flights of stairs going in front of door 2. Okay, at least it says what we're looking for here. We want the 8 o'clock one because that's when
It's a key with a watch
quote-unquote
beside it.
Renju died.
The hands indicate 8 o'clock.
I don't have anything better to burn it on.
It's a key with a... The hands indicate...
No, they're all gonna be the same. Okay.
It's a key with a watch. The hands indicate 8.
It wasn't on Xbox for the longest time. I think it came out fairly recently. I don't actually
this
keep
the
up with
correct answer?
Xbox though because I don't have
Saturday
one.
night at 8 matches Renju's estimated time of death.
Yep.
D is written on the tag. Let's go, Date.
All right.
The D door.
What is behind this door?
I will
wonder.
try the key.
Yeah, try it.
It opened.
It's a very fun game though. For sure, for sure. I find it interesting. They're putting difficulty settings apparently in the second one.
This door too.
I don't know which one how I want to go about it. This game takes a lot of different faces. Like, Dorothy kicked the pipe.
A broken pipe. Steam is leaking
This
out.
game goes very, very comic relief and very, very, how do I say? Very, very dark. Like, it runs a full spectrum, so you've seen a lot of the darker stuff and less of the comic relief.
Oh, it's just as I calculated.
You were surprised, admit it.
So it can be hard to kind of put it together. Crap, I lost a 1. I didn't know it was a 1. Open door D. Kick the pipe. Open door.
Less than 1 minute.
A rusted
Hurry.
metal door. I think I can open this door.
We might still have to do this over again, depending. And bye-bye, Iris. Even though that's not actually Iris, but still. Thanks for not making me watch it again.
This key has control panel written on the tag.
Control panel? The one right there?
Man, this is getting super tight. Yeah, they've got about 20 seconds more than me.
Rows of monitors and buttons.
That might come into effect.
This appears to be old. I believe this computer controls the factory's electronics. It appears to require a key to activate. Rows of monitors and buttons. There! Oh,
So?
I see. If we move the scaffold, a new route appears.
Okay, let's move it.
Alright, so... Interact,
Rows
rotate
of monitors.
key. Sleep sounds good though, not gonna lie.
It shrunk.
Okay,
Rows of monitors.
press switch.
Oh,
I see. Rows of monitors and buttons.
Rotate key.
it extended.
Now we can use the route to door B.
That means I just need to open B door, B prime. So we want to go into D. That was them telling you, like, go to D.
Date, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Door D prime.
Not thrilled about it either, Peter, not gonna lie. D prime.
What?
Don't know if I'll get to keep that, or if it was worth it, because that might have just cost us the clear, but you know. Open door C. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. Don't see your secret. I won't see. It's like way over there.
Date, you're out of time.
Yes, I am. So when I said like the 20 seconds would matter, this is what I meant. This is why we're not doing it by hand, because even
Date,
with the guide,
Damn it, what the hell is Boss up to?
we run out of time. We almost got to the end, but we did not get there. So, as I said, when we do this, we have to pretty much restart from the beginning because of how tight this is on time, so. I will see if I can fast forward stuff though. We're definitely not gonna, okay good, it lets me fast forward. So we're not gonna do the story like what we've seen, we just saw. But I am gonna try to be a bit more observant here. Not observant, but like focused on exactly what we need to do. I believe this was
A rusted metal door.
We don't get a timey.
Break the lock with that.
Here we go.
Roger. I will try. It worked!
All right, open it.
Had a moment where I was like, wait, fast forward. I just lost my tab. There it is. I'm like, yeah. Now pick up key 1.
Agent Date, you've got 5
It's a
minutes.
key.
I'm trying, Pewter. I'm trying.
The ice pick.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Oh, I just screwed up already. Yep.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Okay, so from there, I need to go to door A. Sacrifice. Where was door A again? It's gonna be a recurring thing. It's here. So.
A door that looks...
And that gave us a 1-6, so yeah. Then we come back down and we get the key.
It's a key.
Pick it up. Now we go back to A.
A door that looks...
Open. As you go, oh, it's just
Perhaps
1
we can-
second. It's the game's being so nice. No, that's because it's balanced up to where even that 1 second actually does hurt. Thanks, game. Alright, now we want door B, which I think is
Agent
open.
Date, you've got 4 minutes.
This should be B. Yeah, that's B.
A door...
Open.
Doors...
Okay. Now we want door E. Come here, door E. Where are you? Say door E is hiding from us. So sad. That's D. We're not ready for that door, but we're ready for this door.
Door E...
There we go. And we got another 1 second. Now we're going to push the steel drum.
An oil drum, huh?
open.
A rust.
Now we're gonna pick up key 8. So we're able to get through this a lot faster without the cutscenes, which is the nice thing with how they do this, at least, is they let you kind of get back here quickly. It was
It's a key.
really
The hands in the
big godsend the first time I did this. We just eat the timing, it looks like. Open door D. D is right there.
I will try the key.
Yeah, this is closer to where we need to be. Like, everything is so super tight in this one.
A broken.
Like, after you solve this one manually,
We were
nothing else is bad anymore. I opened door 3.
A rusted metal.
Okay.
I think I can open this door.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Thank you. Alright. Now we're gonna just interact with the control panel.
Rows of monitors and buttons.
Because that's like a 40-second time save right there. Yeah, yeah.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry!
Peter, quit
Rows
rushing
of
me.
monitors.
Insert key.
Rows of
Rotate key. Switch, rotate.
rows of mon. Rows of mon.
Alright, now we should be able to open door D. Yeah, D's over here. That's D prime. Okay, yeah, D prime is what we want.
Door D.
Yeah, we're doing much better on time right now. So at this point, we've pretty much caught up to where we were. We can afford to pick up the thing here. I'm actually curious. I did not get this my first time. Okay, that's good to know. If you get it one time, you don't, and you reset, you don't have to come back. It actually does count it. Okay, that's, I didn't know. I was curious. Behind you, yeah, open door C. Door F. Where is door C at? This was what we hadn't found. That's E. E. So, on top of this being a logistics nightmare in terms of time management, it's also a nightmare in terms of just navigating it. Don't C or C prime. Don't C prime. Which is probably, yes.
Doors.
I think that's the right thing to do. This isn't telling me where to use the timies, which is kind of interesting. So, like, I'm making judgment calls on where to use them. Open door to B prime, which is right here.
Door B.
Alright, now we need to kick door F. This is the pathway we moved. IIRC.
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
I'm trying, Pewter. This should be F. Yep.
Door F. This is the first time we've seen it.
Now we need to tackle the ladder and
The
open
first
door.
floor. This is the first time we've been here.
That big door. If we can see what's in there, we'll figure something out.
So, ladder.
An iron ladder.
The game gives you a lot of choices here, you see. So if you don't have the timies correctly done, that will... It's done right there. And where you're getting the hints to do some of this, I realize now on the second playthrough, is actually from the Iris Somniums. The Saito Iris Somniums.
Whoa!
But like... Yeah.
Somnium is awfully dangerous.
Hey, that door. Maybe we can open that one now. Check it out.
Alright, we have a 1/3.
A rusted metal door.
This is where I think if we had one-timey left, that would have let us go in. We don't. I'll see if right here it'll give us one. Yeah. So no matter what we do, this is basically it. So we get through. Why not?
I'm going to open it.
But this is the end of it. Yay, we survived. Somehow. At the end of that despair was more despair. Gotta love when they do that.
That's...
Mm-hmm.
Aiba, return to the control room on the 3rd floor.
At once.
So, at this point, we're seeing the murders take place. Which means, A, this person does know what happened and saw each case. What would cause each of these people to go onto a murder rampage? That is the question.
What the hell is going on?
Tate, what are you doing? 6 minutes are up.
Wait! Hitomi is...
Date, you can't go any longer! Force shutdown!
No!
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, that's what we expected, as she had Hitomi. Okay. When it's gonna go by itself and when it isn't is so strange. I guess it's been consistent all game, I just still not doing it right, so yeah. Day 5, Tuesday, Ik-I. Police headquarters, Tuesday, 3:14 a.m.
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Sejima. Who was responsible for these murders?
Watch Boss's posture, movements, diction. Just watch Boss super carefully. This is where the game actually really puts a lot of like hyper-realistic triple A's to shame. I think this is considered a triple A, but like it's using basically PS2 graphics, and it's going to convey body language absolutely phenomenally in terms of something being wrong with Boss. This is not how Boss has sat the whole game. This is not the posture Boss has really assumed. They did a really good job on Boss's model here for what we're actually doing. Also with the hand movements.
Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body. But who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit. One person. And that person is...
So yeah, you can see it without the prompt in front. Like, look at how disinterested she is. She is not worried. She is being relative here, but yeah. It's Iris. It's not Iris. It's So. No, it isn't. It's Renju? No, that's not it. It's Shoko. It could be, but... Oda? Oda was collateral damage. He can't be the culprit. It's not Pewter. That person is... you.
Yes, you. The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki?
I didn't pause it there.
There's a prototype sync machine there.
I didn't pause it here either.
You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris.
Yep.
After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse. Now, you're in Boss's body. Inside her head.
I see. If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide. Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
But that's not really correct either. Because, yeah, you really see it here. She is leaning far back. The hand movements. Like the face. This is not Boss. This is very clearly not Boss.
That was me.
Yep.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris.
Nope, there were just some discrepancies.
Earlier, too. You almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't
Personality.
quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite, the one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories.
Thanks. That's pleasant.
I'm telling you, it was me. Why are you making me repeat myself?
Because it really
That means
bothers
the
you.
Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
How? How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? How do we know it's a he at this point? And something else was troubling me.
What's going on here?
Give me the details.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of. Why is that?
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain.
Thanks for math
See this?
lessons.
Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Yes, this is where it starts being... yeah.
Saito. Saito Sejima. Congressman Sejima's son.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
That's because So wanted to disown his little psychopath. Her eyes look clouded and dark.
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. If we think of that as day 1 and today is day 5, what was Saito doing during those days? Very busy. I decided to ask him.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick.
Which means Renju does not live in any timeline.
I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
Go next.
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris.
I want to go a little bit further.
I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going.
So this is the difference between all
It was
the
around
routes.
7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies.
Because keep in mind, Renju got in a wreck, Saito got in a wreck, which, and Iris ran. Like, Iris was already on the, basically aware of something going on, and so she did not get in the car with Renju, basically. As soon as something got fishy, she ran, and that prevented everything else. Because at this point, that means, from what we know based on the other route, there was never a switch with Iris, there was never a switch with So, there was never a switch with Boss. So those 3 people are still saved. Iris was saved, Ota was saved. The only thing we have on the other route, the perfect ending route, is Renju is dead. But Renju was dying at that point, so that means the person that Saito was in 89 switched. But but Shoko to Renju to 89 are the only switches that have occurred on the opposite side of the timeline where we're jumping.
After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened.
Ota saw.
Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He
No
was
worries, I
surprised,
understand.
to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him.
We are having fun right now.
I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Day 4 or day 3?
Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am of course referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job. And when I left, I ran into you, Date.
Yep.
To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon.
Look at those pixels. So pixely.
You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right?
The voice acting just 10-10.
Then you synced into my mind.
This is a sociopath.
But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred. I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sejima residence.
Me too, Sky. That was what was so scary yesterday with our AC being broken, was that's what I couldn't have happened since I've got so much going on.
Of course,
right
I
now.
knew I couldn't just walk
I
up and ring the
understand.
doorbell. Hello, Father. It's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this. I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me.
Because Iris looks like Monica.
We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day.
Continue.
This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours.
You know, the
Of
show.
course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly?
Everyone's favorite image there.
That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. It didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
And Monday.
There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years.
Oh, there's our magic
She
number.
shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies. And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces.
Like how he's using the
I
pronouns.
stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Like, the pronouns are not correct. He's acting like the body holds the pronouns. It's like, no, the person in there almost always identifies as the opposite. It's just like Saito has no care. Saito is not trying to abide by pronouns. So rude. Saito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. So this is basically all the questions we've had.
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
I knew. The prototype sync machine differed from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nanocables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and the socket. They then travel down the optic nerve canal to the brain. But the prototype sync machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, you need to remove the left eye. Manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket. I don't like talking about it, I'm sorry. Otherwise, the cables cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back into the socket. It's supposed to be safe. Side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult. I'm sorry I'm reading it really quick. I'm getting squeamish, actually. Like, I know it all, but I'm still getting very, very squeamish. So it's a thing.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes.
That was Rohan's thing. Sure. I understand.
I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sync. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Everyone's favorite moment.
Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss. Their stomachs, I mean.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut.
You know, just murder people as a hobby. some people do quilting on the side. You know, I'm doing streaming, and Saito just does murdering. It's completely normal. Hey, congratulations, Sky.
If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me.
Yeah.
But don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Oh, that took off all the other stuff.
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. You always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for me. When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My body.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago.
Dun dun
That's
dun.
why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
It's gonna show the flashback now. Isn't it? Isn't it?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
Joyful? Question mark?
That's what I've been telling you!
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it.
You remember all the jokes Aiba's been making all game about Date's imbalances in medication? They weren't jokes. That was Aiba being serious. Yeah.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
Nope.
That is what I believed as well. But we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned. Only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
That is correct.
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain. Pewter must have known that.
No way.
I was confused. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point. Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris.
Iris. And before that, Renju. And before that, Shoko.
And before that.
And before Shoko?
Oh yeah, this part goes really hard. This is where this game does a really good job in that it asks a ton of questions and it actually answers pretty much all of them. Even when it seems like it can't answer all of them and live up to it, it actually does. There's only one part of it I don't like, and it's weird time travel stuff. But otherwise, it's very good.
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami.
Who let him out?
I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
Just one little push.
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body. I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you.
The hospital. Just the hospital. He was either able to lie, or they were, for some reason, believed that he was okay to let out, basically. Which, in and of itself, is actually a bit vague. That is one point. But, yeah.
In there, in that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
Indeed.
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
No, you're not.
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body.
Which means...
In other words,
That's... Am I real?
that is Date. So this means Uncle is Date.
Sorry,
Means...
but time's up. I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Saito's really good at live streaming. She's in the warehouse.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Aiba, where's the source?
it is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
I forget, I want to say real quick. I forget what the branching is on this, so we're gonna find out one way or another. Oh yeah, what do we have on new real quick? Not that. This. 89. Look at that old scruffy man. Oh, it must have been his prototype. Yeah, I like the one they went with. Boss. Eh. Persons. Monica? Who is very dead. And then Saito, look at that picture. He knew what to show up for picture day with. He dislikes humans, but he likes fireworks. His hobbies are murder, and his skills are stabbing, strangling, killing, and shooting. Like, he is the perfect Tinder profile right there, I tell ya. Alright. We are not gonna obey.
Dante, I'm hurt. Don't you care about what happens to her?
No.
Do you understand the gravity of this situation? A bomb is strapped to her body.
No.
You're too stubborn. Or maybe you're just cold-hearted.
No.
You want to see what will happen when her flesh burns and tears and scatters?
No.
If you aren't quick, you'll see the whole thing. You know I'm not bluffing, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's like, you know, you take a nice walk on the beach, except you take a nice stab on someone completely innocent and not involved in this at all. I didn't agree, no matter how many times he demanded of me. I refused again and again. Bye, Hitomi. And when I saw it, I understood. Boss's body rolled into the corner of the room. I didn't want to think anymore. Anything, nothing. I closed my eyes and ran my palm across my face. I could taste blood. Bad end. Honestly, I debate that being a bad end. That's actually a better end than the one it's gonna make me do here. Sure. Reopen. Yes. Let's see where it puts us. It's usually pretty kind. Usually. Not always. You. Okay, that's less kind than I wanted. Especially with these load times. Kinda wish I hadn't saved now. But that's okay. We get to see everything all over again. Also, if I was ever to speedrun this game, I can tell, wouldn't speedrun it on the Switch. These load times are something. Load, 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 load. We're almost there. It has a really nice fast forward, at least. Like, if it wasn't for the lagging right here, it'd be not bad at all. La 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 la. Just a casual date with a sociopath. I think the distinction is being lost now, but at one point, I do know, as bonus trivia, that a sociopath and a psychopath technically are different things. I forget the discrepancy between them. It's been a really long time since I've had classes on it. But, yeah, funny story. Alright.
Date!
See? I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well, don't I, Date?
We gotta do it. Police headquarters, Tuesday, 4:28 a.m.
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back!
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What?
Yep. That's where I was like, it doesn't really matter.
Why?
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it.
Be seeing you.
Look at little Iba, she's coming to save the day.
Date, are you alright?
Iva's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy, a heap of broken images. Sweat was building on my palms. It felt like my throat was closing up and I was struggling for breath. In my ears, the rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Shoko, Renju, Iris, Oda, Hitomi. Boss. The flesh remains, the mind is lost.
I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
The words suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who or where or why, but I thought that if there really was such a world, then me, in that world, I is another.
Could I have had a better future?
Could we? I prayed that I could. I felt my consciousness sink into a black abyss. So they had a little bit of stuff crossing over here, I guess is foreshadowing of what's gonna happen here, but... Congratulations. That is Annihilation route. Also, I found out you can skip this. Annihilation route end. Yes, we want to save, unless we want to go do all that over again, which we don't. Okay. I am trying to think. We only have one route left. There is only one door before us now. I'm debating if we want to go for it or not. Because on one hand, I'm tempted to just go ahead and call it here. Given how busy tomorrow's gonna be. Because we only have an hour left of stream. Actually, I think what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to FF14. I need to do the 24-man and custom deliveries. And we're going to finish this off tomorrow. I think that's the best way to do it, because I just don't want to interrupt this ending. It's really good, it flows really well. And so from this point, I think I do want to go ahead and stop. Or do I want to just push stream? Yeah, I think I'm going to do what I just said. So give me a few minutes to get things switched over, and then we're going to do some FF14. Hey, Kofu! I am actually about to play FF14, so your timing is good. How's it been going? Looks like your streams have been going actually really well. I half went to sleep with them last night. I might have fully gone to sleep. I don't remember now, I'll be honest. We have had all the technical difficulties in the world. Oh, cool, your artist badge thing did work. Yay. But yeah, we have had a ton of technical difficulties. We're actually having a Somnium marathon, which is a really amazing game. Nope, that's not the one I wanted to open. And I'm looking forward to its sequel coming out. Yes! I switched to another closed captioning thing, and it works so much better. But we're like right at the tail end of Somnium, and I will be streaming tomorrow too. This week's kind of weird, next week's kind of weird too, actually. But, I wanna... do it at time? Yeah, okay. Let me update. Give me, I'm trying to multitask poorly. I hear some error window sound. Yeah, that sounds about right. I need to actually switch my input real quick. Hold on. I'm feeling a little mad today. I'm wondering if it's like allergies again. There we go. So I cannot think and type and stuff. Alright, let me log in here. But yeah, that's we're having fun. And looking forward to next week. I was really hoping my CE would hit today, but I don't think it will. Which is very sad. I think they got in trouble sending the Danganronpa one out early. This world is in queue. Once I get in game, I will do the thing. But yeah, it's been a bit of a rough time. But we're getting there. And I'm glad that the closed captions, I haven't been watching them like I was before, but how's the killing factor? Oh, it's just 18 right there. Not bad. Now I should be able to do this. Yep, we good. Yay! Switching over to 15 real quick. I will say, I'm not sure where you're at in story, Kofu. I am going to be, doing the new 24 man. Because, so I'm out of town this weekend. That's why streaming schedules are all kind of weird right now. But I want to get my weekend, so I am so scattered right now, I apologize. Okay, so, yes, things, words, thinking, it's hard. I probably should not be streaming right now, to be honest, like I'm feeling not good at all. But I want to get these weeklies done, and I want to get my, get Somnium done so we can start with Nirvana initiative on Monday. I will be out of town. I go out of town tomorrow on Friday, but I will be pretty much gone all Saturday, whereas the Monday or the Friday morning stream should be fine. Saturday I'll be completely out, and Sunday I'm expecting to be kind of, is hungover the right word for this? It's like hungover, but hungover in the sense of the car drive makes me really, really motion sick, and I think I'm going to be emotionally exhausted, not the fun I got alcohol type of hungover. So I'm taking Sunday just kind of as a pure breather, and Monday we'll be back again. So this week's kind of weird. Next week I would say is going to be better, but next week's going to be kind of weird too, because I plan on playing Somnium initiative probably all week, and they're probably gonna be longer streams because I'm probably just gonna burrito in front of the computer. So there's good times ahead, and it's one way to build up your streaming endurance is to say you can only play the game you really want to play if you're on stream. You know, never underestimate that. No, take your time. We have got our new pet cat since Kofu was here. You can feed the cat. Oh, the stream overlay? Thank you. Yeah, the kitty you can now feed or pet, along with the real kitties you can feed or pet. Let's see. Great, I have... Oh, you can feed with bits too. Channel points work as well. Subs work, follows work. The kitty is very hungry for everything, and we're trying to level the kitty up. Also, in the Discord, they named it... I'm not sure if you voted in this stuff, but the voting was, they decided to name the cat Kitty Cow. Because of course they did. And to be fair, Pan has been working on making it into a true cow. Wait, no, before I do that. So we're gonna do... I missed the voting, but I will. It's okay, all the entries were naming theme, or food theme. So I don't know how much you truly missed, I'll be honest. I think I already got... Did I get the 3 already? No, I didn't. Okay. So... Luncheon coffers. Oh no. Yes, I really enjoy it. I also really enjoy this right here when it comes up. Oh, weird. It's actually not coming up. Can it not? Oh. For some reason, my cat cam's not working. I did unplug everything. I might not have plugged it back in. I thought I did. But yes. This is for the kitty. That way we raise it and we get to have a stream pet. And I really like the idea of having stream pets with everybody. It's like we have our own fluff to take care of and nurture. Alright, I'm gonna get the materials real quick. What collectability did I need? 600, okay. Man. I am so thankful to have AC back as well. Like, the CC feature are really great. Yeah, I can show you how to put it on if it's, well, never mind, you don't use a mic. But yeah, I really like CC. Do I... What? Do you guys... I speak very fast, and I know the mic sometimes cuts me off a little bit. I've tried to get it better, but that doesn't mean it actually is. That reminds me, I was supposed to turn my sound up. There we go. The game sound was actually way too loud because I play with it on like 9. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I have a bit of an accent, so yeah, it's all good. I mean, that's what the CC's there for as well, because, you know. Oh shoot, I hit the wrong button. I did that. I deserve it. Sorry. I'm also glad that it actually works. I haven't been able to get it to show up on my stuff. But I really wish more people would use closed captions because they're super helpful. I'm somebody that likes listening and having closed captions. Why am I looking there? And I'm also a person who sometimes just likes muting a stream. Like, I need silence. Just kind of cool off. I don't know any other way of describing it. So, yeah. Closed captions, like, they're not 100%. They're definitely not 100%. But they're worth trying now compared to before, where they were very just don't even bother. Uh-oh. Controller problem. It's a, yeah, when I was doing initial testing, any learning, I'm working on learning Indonesian. We'll meet in the middle. But yeah, it's gaming terms that it mostly botches, which I don't really blame it for that one. Alright. It is ugly Lala time. Why do I have one? Alright. Let's do some ugly la-la. Let's see how bad. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was about to be a problem. We do not go on Astro. It's not with me feeling like this. Me going at all is kind of questionable. Where am I at on caffeine? Okay, cool. Alrighty. Let's go. Da, da, da. Alright, so this is gonna be 12 minutes, so I'm gonna try to sneak in this node. Because, you know, multitasking. Okay, I have 4, so 2 more. I don't know. I don't know. Can we go to the Xavier estate? I'll give it to 5 minutes. If it doesn't pop within 5 minutes, I might actually just call stream because I'm noticing I'm starting to feel worse and worse. And I really don't want to wear myself out before this weekend, given how hectic this weekend will be. Part of what I'm going to do is going up to see my family after everything, so I kind of, I will really miss streaming you guys this weekend. I'll put it that way. Like, I will want to be back on Monday for sure. Rest assured. Because I'm anticipating it to be a bit of a mess based off of what I've heard, but we can only do what we can do, you know? So it is what it is. Peaceful Charlian music. I do love Charlian. I just don't want them to have a housing district here because then I gotta do housing and... Oh yeah, Best Buy is what I was gonna check. Because I want to see if my CE has shipped, or if it's about to ship, or if it's thinking about shipping. You know, all those things. I haven't gotten anything saying it's shipping though, or it has shipped. Alright, yeah. They're not gonna let me get it early. So sad. Because it says get it by release date. It's like, boy. Boy. I want now. Yeah, they don't let you change anything at this point. Except maybe cancel it, but I'm not canceling this. I can't get another one if they cancel. So, okay. I'm actually okay if they flat out do deliver it like they're supposed to and they put it in the leasing office. I don't like the idea it might be sitting overnight without if they put it at my door. And it's really inconsistent which way they go with that. So that's kind of my concern. Alright, but at this point I am just feeling worse and worse. That roulette's not popping. I think I need to take some meds. I just don't feel very good. So I am gonna actually end stream early. I'm so sorry, Fluff Potatoes, but we'll be back tomorrow at our regular time, and we'll go more from there and finish out Somnium. So I will see everyone then, and have a great day. Bye bye!